Hey guys, it's Kaylee, and today I thought that I would share my 5 favourite books with you. This is just standalones, not including series, not including children's books, because I want to do special videos for those two. These are in no particular order, with the exception of probably the first two. I'd say the first two are probably like my 2 favourite books of all time, but I can't quite put an order on those, and then the other 3 are just sort of there. The first book I don't actually have, but it's The Perks of Being a Wallflower by Stephen Chbosky. I absolutely love that book. It affected me so deeply. I just found myself relating to Charlie so much, wanting to be Charlie in a lot of ways, just wanting those friends, wanting to be young at the same time that he was. I think one of the reasons that it did affect me so deeply was because he was the same age as me and he was experiencing a lot of the same feelings that I was experiencing at that time, and the life that he ended up living, the friends that he ended up getting were the kind of people that I wanted in my life and just didn't have. So that Forever and Always will be one of my favourite books. I still need to get a copy because I love it so much. I've read it so many times, and unpopular opinion, I really like the movie as well. So do with that information what you will. Sort of proceeding from that, I guess, because it's often been said that Perks is sort of a modern version of this. My second all-time favourite book is The Catcher in the Rye. As I said, these two are not in order. These two are pretty much tied for first place. This copy, it was actually really sweet. My mum mentioned to her best friend that I read the book and how much I loved it and how it was my favourite book, and the next day she brought me a copy. I love this book so much. I love Holden, even though I know some people find him really annoying, and I think that's why this book is so divisive, because nothing really happens. Like, to love the book you have to love Holden, and I do. I think he's such a great character. I found him so interesting, so entertaining. This was just incredible. Loved it. Amazing. Next I have The Curious Incident of the Dog in the The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime by Mark Haddon. One of the reasons I love this book is just how incredibly well it's written. For those of you that don't know, this book is told from the perspective of a 15-year-old boy with Asperger's, and it is quite simplistically written, but I think that's where the beauty is. That's what drew me to it so much, is that Christopher, who's the narrator with Asperger's, has such a strong voice. It really feels like he's telling me the story. You know, you can completely imagine that's how he would conceive things, that's how he would understand things, that's how he would relate things, which, yeah, it was just incredible to read. And I think obviously because people with Asperger's do often have a different perception of the world to people without Asperger's, the insight that Mark Haddon had when writing this book I just think was incredible, because you saw everything from Christopher's perspective. It was narrated to you in a way that you could figure out what was really going on, but it also just made so much sense, the way he was seeing it, the way he was relating the story. I don't know if any of this is making sense, but it's just an incredible book. If you haven't already read it, please do. It's so good. I would highly recommend it. It's just beautifully written and it's a beautiful story, and yeah, just I love this book. Next I have Notes from the Teenage Underground by Simone Howell. This is one of the books that really got me interested in like pop art and made me obsessed with the 60s and Andy Warhol and Edie Sedgwick and The Factory. I bought an Edie biography and that made me want to start watching more like artsy movies, and Them is the main character in this, and I just related to her in so many ways. And also this was just a book that I read at a time where I was very much experiencing the same things that she was. She always sort of felt like an outsider in her friends group, but she was very like independent, a bit free-spirited, but also a bit needy and wanted validation from her friends and wasn't getting that because she was sort of an outsider, didn't really feel like they liked her that much. Watching her grow and seeing her express her creativity inspired me so much to become more creative, and also just reminded me that I didn't need those people in my life, that the people in my life that didn't appreciate me, that didn't show me, that didn't treat me the way I deserve to be treated, that I just didn't need them and I could survive without them. Definitely recommend this. And lastly, Atonement by Ian Mcewan. I know I have the movie cover, I hate it, but it was the only one I could find and it was really cheap. But the story is just beautiful. If you watched the movie and you thought it was good, do yourself a favour and read the book. I mean, I thought the movie was incredible and it has nothing on the book. It's stunningly written, the characters are so complex, I love the way it's told. Words can't even, I can't even express with words how much I love this book. I thought it was incredible, it moved me so much. It was one of the few times a book has made me cry, and probably the only time a book has made me cry in public, because I was reading this at school just like in the middle of class and started crying, luckily quietly, and like there were only a few tears so no one really noticed, but this book is phenomenal. Would definitely recommend it. And then there were a couple of other books that I was going to give an honourable mention to, but I thought that instead since I'm starting with my favourite books of all time, that maybe I should do like a series where once a month I take you through my favourite books of specific genres, specific types of books. So like do my favourite classics, my favourite children's books, my favourite series, my favourite fantasy, my favourite supernatural. Let me know if you'd be interested to see that, because I'm quite keen to film it. I'm terrible at narrowing things down and deciding on a few favourites, so I'd definitely be keen to, instead of doing a video with like 100 of my favourite books, to split them up into lots of little categories. Let me know if you guys would A, be interested to see that, and B, if there are any genres that you would specifically like me to cover first. Let me know what your favourite books are. If you have favourite, like top 5 favourite book videos, link them in the description. My friend Kate just did one with a top 10, so soz Kate, I kind of stole your idea. But I'll link her video in the description, and you guys should go check her out because she's amazing and I love her. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you again very soon. Bye!